The Indiana Fever weren't supposed to be here. Not like this. Not with Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, Khloe Bby, and Aari McDonald, all sidelined. That's 5 rotation players, including the face of the league, missing during the most crucial stretch of the season. Most teams would have folded, chalked it up to bad luck, and stumbled into the offseason. But instead, Indiana flipped the script. They rattled off 3 straight wins, including a statement victory over the Minnesota Lynx. And in the process, they may have revealed the most dangerous thing about them heading into the playoffs: belief. The game against Minnesota said everything. Before the crowd could even settle, the Fever were up 10-0. It was a burst of energy and execution that stunned the Lynx and told the league they weren't just surviving, they were dictating terms. Veterans battled for every rebound. Reserves dove onto the floor for loose balls. Everyone played like their spot in the playoffs depended on it. And maybe it did. But instead of panic, Indiana played with purpose. That relentlessness earned them their first winning record since 2015 and showed that resilience. Not injury is their identity. That resilience has been built by voices both on and off the floor. Head coach Stephanie White has drilled one mantra into her team all season: be where your feet are. Don't worry about who's missing. Don't look ahead. Focus on the players you have in this moment and trust that effort will carry you. It's a mindset that has reshaped Indiana from a young, promising squad into a group that now stares down contenders without blinking. At the heart of it is Kelsey Mitchell, who isn't just putting up numbers, she's rewriting history. For the first time in franchise history, Indiana has a player averaging over 20 points per game for an entire season. Mitchell is carrying an offense that defenses smother, trap, and double every night. Yet she continues to produce. She's not just scoring, she's leading, picking her spots, moving the ball, trusting her teammates to knock down shots. That trust has allowed players like Odyssey Sims, Aerial Powers, Lexi Hall to step into big moments without hesitation. Against the Lynx, you saw it all come together. Aaliyah Boston dominated the paint, forcing double teams and freeing shooters. Odyssey Sims came off the bench like she had something to prove, scoring 15 and steadying the backcourt. Aerial Powers drilled back-to-back threes that silenced Minnesota's rally. Lexi Hall switched on defense, contested bigger players, and still chipped in offensively. Natasha Howard gave Boston balance inside, battling on the glass and hitting timely shots. By the end, 5 Fever players were in double figures. That's not survival basketball. That's contender basketball. But what made headlines wasn't a box score or a highlight. It was something Kelsey Mitchell said in the locker room afterward. "You've seen our growth." 4 words that echoed louder than the win itself. They weren't about her record-breaking scoring season. They weren't about the adversity. They were about the team. About a group written off weeks ago, now standing shoulder to shoulder and proving they belong among the league's best. Mitchell has every right to make it about herself. She's in the middle of the greatest individual season in Fever history. The organization has launched a full-on MVP campaign, pushing her highlights and stats to the league, and yet she redirected the moment back to the collective. That's why it resonated so deeply. It showed exactly why Indiana isn't just happy to be in the playoffs. They believe they can win in the playoffs. And don't forget, Caitlin Clark hasn't gone anywhere. She's on the bench every night, locked in, analyzing plays, and pouring energy into her teammates. When she returns next year, she won't be rejoining a team still searching for its identity. She'll be stepping back into a battle-tested, playoff-proven roster with chemistry, confidence, and belief. That's the frightening part for the rest of the league. Indiana was supposed to be building for tomorrow. Instead, they're already here. Mitchell setting records. Boston anchoring the paint. A bench finding its rhythm at the exact right time. Stephanie White creating a culture of accountability and hunger. Injuries, doubt, and setbacks didn't break them. They forged them into something sharper. The Fever's first winning record in nearly a decade is more than a milestone. It's a warning. This team isn't done. They're not satisfied with making the playoffs or silencing critics. They're chasing something bigger. And if this stretch is any indication, they're ready to rewrite their history in real time. So as the playoffs tip off, Indiana carries more than momentum. They carry proof. Proof that growth is real. Proof that belief can transform a season. And proof that a franchise once left behind is now one of the most dangerous stories in basketball. If you're fired up for the Fever and this playoff run, drop a comment below. Let us know how far you think they'll go. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter of this incredible ride.